Hello everyone. In this video, I'll be ranking the best bodybuilding exercises on a tier list, ranking them from best to worst. So there's a lot of exercises out there. Some of them are great and some of them are not so great. So I wanted to break down which of these are best for building muscle because that's, most people's goal when they're going to the gym. First thing we got here is the sitting down leg curl machine. This is going to work the hamstrings, and I think this is a pretty decent exercise. I'm just going to put in the B tier, as there are other variations of this exercise that may be a little bit better. So I'm just going to start with B tier leg curl. Now you want to build up hamstrings if you're looking to do any type of deadlifting or any strength based exercises. So it is a quite an important exercise. Next, we got the shoulder press, dumbbell shoulder press. Now, most people get a lot of their dumbbell work actually through their chest work. Incline bench press is one of the best shoulder exercises out there. So it is a decent exercise. I am just going to put it in the C tier, however, because there are better ways to work your shoulders. I find that dumbbell work is best used for more so the chest exercises. Doing dumbbell shoulders isn't like wrong to do, but I'd rather use like a machine after a heavy dumbbell bench press or something like that, where you're going to be working your shoulders anyways. And yeah, it is a decent accessory to it, but I think there's better options out there. Next, we got the skull crusher. Now, skull crushers, as far as tricep exercises go, there's much better options out there. Ones that aren't going to put your shoulders in a bad position. Like, our shoulders don't like to be in this position, as well as it can lead to, you dropping the bar on your forehead, which, no one wants. So I think that the skull crusher has its time and its place. It's not a bad exercise, but I see a lot of people doing it and having shoulder pain because of it. As a personal trainer, I've seen this many times. And something as simple as a cable pushdown is going to give you the same effect of stretching of the triceps. So there's better versions of these exercises. Next, yeah, this looks like the deadlift. This person's doing horrible form with their neck kinking, and I don't know what stance this is, if that's a conventional or a sumo or like a hybrid of both. But the deadlift is one of the best exercises out there for just building up your overall strength, but also putting on muscle mass too. You work pretty much every single muscle in the body except for your biceps. So best bang for your buck. I'd say deadlift's a definite S tier exercise. Next, we got dumbbell lateral raise. I want to put these in the B tier as well. They're the best exercise when it comes to building up your lateral deltoid. But I think that cable version of this might be a little bit better, since the cable is pulling the tension into the lateral deltoid a little bit differently. The weight's coming from the side versus gravity working up and down. And yeah, I think I get a better pump from the cable version of the lateral raise. Now, this isn't a bad exercise. Just again, another situation where there's better alternatives out there. Next, we have the dumbbell preacher curl. I want to put that in the A tier. Now, bicep curls aren't the most effective, but this is bodybuilding we're talking about. Bodybuilding is all about, the gains. So with the preacher curl, you can't cheat on your bicep curls. Where a lot of people like to swing their weight into it and use their lower back, the preacher curl doesn't let you do that. And that's why I'm putting it in the A tier, because for most people, this is going to be a huge benefit to them, as they're not going to be causing any type of injury to their lower back. So that's nice. Next, we got the tricep kickback. This is going in the F tier. Now, when we're in this position, you're only getting tension when it's like there. You're not getting much tension here. So most of the exercise is useless. Doing this single arm means you have to do it twice. So it's taking twice as long to do something that's only partially effective. There's much better tricep exercises out there. I see a lot of people doing this exercise. I think it's quite common because it's just an easy one to think of. Cable machines are going to be much better for your triceps for putting on muscle mass. Next, we got the barbell squat, another S tier exercise. This is going to build up quads, hamstrings, glutes, abdominal muscles, really everything. The deadlift and the squat are two of the most effective exercises. There's a reason that powerlifting focuses on these so heavily. So I'm putting that in the S tier as well. Really great exercise for, again, just building up leg muscles. Not everyone cares about getting their legs jacked, but you should. And next we got it looks like a machine chest press. Yeah, it's a machine chest press. I think the machine chest press is a pretty solid exercise. I'm going to put that in the A tier. The reason I like it is the fact that you can do drop sets on it, so you can continue to drop the weight, get a really good pump for your chest. And it's a good exercise, especially for me right now. I'm coming through 3 pec tear surgeries. This helps me be able to train normally, so I appreciate it. Next is this looks like barbell bench press. Now, I'm just going to look and see if we got, yeah, we do have dumbbells. So I'm just going to put this in the A tier. Well, this is alongside squat, bench, deadlift, the three main powerlifting exercises. I do think that if you're looking to build chest muscle, the activity of bringing your hands inwards is what's going to build up the pecs. And you don't get much of that when your hands are fixed to a barbell. So the dumbbells are much better for building up your muscle mass, but this is still good. The barbell bench press is actually a really good tricep exercise too. So I'm just going to put that in the A tier. I like bench press. Unfortunately, I tore my pec doing bench press, but is what it is. Next, we got the, oh, perfect, cable lateral raise. So as I said, the dumbbell's not bad, but the cable's better. It changes the way that the weight is activated in the muscle. So it's going to lead to more gains. Simply put. Next is the pec deck. I think the pec deck deserves the A tier. It is a fun exercise. Doing chest flies in a machine is much better than doing with a dumbbell. I think the machine allows you to do things like drop sets, which I mentioned earlier. But another huge benefit of the pec deck is the fact that you're going to get that hand moving inwards function I talked about, which is going to build up your chest. So if you're looking to build a big chest, flies. Next, we got the cable crossover. This is kind of the same thing. The posture on some of these is crazy. I'd put it above the pec deck. I think it is a better version because you can cross your hands over, which is going to give you a little bit extra range of motion that you don't get on the machine. So in terms of effectiveness, obviously more range of motion leads to better results. So I'm going to put that in the A tier as well. Next, we got the cable row. I think that this is an S tier exercise. Cable rows are great for building up thick lats. I prefer rows over lat pull down. Not everyone agrees with that, but there's enough science out there that shows you get better activation and you're going to get better gains from doing rows versus doing something like a lat pull down. So yeah, I think pull-ups and rows are great. Lat pull down is kind of like that. It's overused and not really something that's going to bring as best results that you'd want. Next, we had barbell curls. I want to put that in the B tier. Not as good as a preacher curl because, again, you can use your lower back to sway the weight up. It is a good exercise, though, because, again, we're talking bodybuilding here, so this is going to give you big muscles. We like that, but, yeah, better version is the preacher curl. Next, we got, I don't know what this is. Is that a deadlift? The bend overs? I don't know. This looks like a deadlift, so I'm just going to put it right there. Maybe a Romanian deadlift. Romanian deadlifts are great too, so we'll say it's Romanian deadlift. Next, we got the dip. Dips are great, but one thing that I've noticed a lot is I've had clients in the past have injured themselves doing dips because the way that you're putting your shoulder is just not healthy for the shoulder. And you can also tear pec minor, pec major doing dips because it's putting your pec into a weird positioning. It's great for building up like tricep muscles, but I prefer using like the assist on a pull-up machine to do my dips just because it's not going to crush my... It's not going to mess up my shoulders, I guess I should say. Dips are an okay exercise, but I think there's better versions out there. Now here's the alpha omega chest exercise, the incline bench press, or just regular old dumbbell bench press. The reason it's better is, again, with the dumbbells, your hands can come apart and together, which is going to help build up that chest a little bit more effectively. So dumbbells are better than barbell for if you're building up chest muscle. Most people don't agree with that for whatever reason, but just look at the biomechanical way of the pec working. It'll make more sense. Next, we got, I'm putting that in the F tier. Decline or any type of flies that's using dumbbells is just putting a lot of pressure on your pec. As someone who has had a pec tear, you don't want to put too much pressure in weird places, which the shoulder is one of the worst constructed joints ever. And this is just going to contribute to shoulder pain down the road. So if you do dumbbell inclined or any type of dumbbell fly, I recommend maybe trying out the machine. It's going to give you the same results, but less of a chance of an injury. I don't know what this is. I can't really tell. Maybe a band pull apart, like, or maybe a lat pull down. I don't know. I'm going to call it a band pull apart. I'll just put in the B tier. It's a good exercise for working up your rhomboids. And just your rear delts, I guess. I'm not entirely sure what this is, so I'm just going to put in the B tier. Next, we got the reverse, the back extension. I was going to call it reverse hyper. Back extensions are all right. I might put them in C tier. It's not really something a bodybuilder needs to focus on. If you need to work your lower back, do deadlifts. Not that it's a bad exercise, but for bodybuilding purposes, it's better. Next, we have the T-bar row. I'm also going to put this up in the S tier, I think, or A tier, I mean. T-bar rows, similar to the cable row, it's going to target all the lat muscles, rhomboids, everything in your back. And it's a good accessory to add alongside something like a cable row. Cable row, T-bar row, do them both. They're great. Next, we got the upright row. Terrible exercise. It is, again, putting the shoulder in a terrible position. Not very effective. And what are you working when you're doing this? It's like traps and shoulders, but there's way better ways to target both those muscles without putting your shoulders in this weird position with weight under it. I think it's an F tier for sure. Next, we got lat pull down. As I said, lat pull down is an okay exercise. I just think there's a lot better versions of pulling movements that are going to locate or target the lats. So there's better versions, but if you're a lat pull down fanboy, I don't want to hurt your feelings and put it in C or F tier. It's an okay exercise. Next, we have the front squat. I love front squats. They're great. They're going to target the quads a bit more than the back squat. So if you're looking to build up juicy quads, the front squat's a little bit better for that. So yeah, I think it's great. Squats, deadlifts, and bench press. Essentials. Next, we have the leg extension. Leg extensions are great. I'm going to put it in the B tier. Like, it's an overdone exercise. If you go to my gym or any of the gyms that I've ever been at, probably most gyms, the leg extension is incredibly popular. There's people that will call their leg day just doing the leg extension. So yeah, it's popular, but there's better leg exercises out there. This is a good accessory to do at the end of your leg day versus making this your leg workout. So yeah, don't be one of those people that does leg extensions only. Add that at the end of a nice squat day or something like that. Next is the reverse fly. I think these are great. Reverse flies, I'm going to put in the A tier. Rear delts are criminally neglected. Most people don't train the rear delts enough, and rear delts is going to help with your bench press. It's going to have your shoulders in the proper place. Going to give you that confident appearance. Everyone likes that, so I think it's an easy A tier. It's a great exercise. Next is that close grip bench press? It looks like wrist. The wrists are getting wrecked there. I'll put that into, yeah, close grip bench press. I'll put it A tier. It's a good tricep exercise. If that's what they're going for there, it's great for, I think if you're doing skull crushers, you should just switch those to close grip bench press and tricep rope pushdowns or tricep bar pushdowns. It's going to be much better for your overall joints and just gains in general. Next, push-ups. I think push-ups are decent. I'll put them in the B tier or A tier, I guess. They're body weight, so you can do them anywhere. I think that's the biggest selling point on push-ups. It's like doing a bench press, but with your body weight. 60% roughly of your body weight. Dumbbell rows, single arm rows, I think they're okay. You get better results doing something like cable where you can use both, or barbell. I'm just not a massive fan of doing single arm exercises unless there's a specific need or balance issue you need to overcome. Not to say they're a bad exercise, just there's better ones out there, especially if you're balanced. If you're imbalanced, this is a good way to see it. You might be able to do 12 on one arm and maybe only 8 in the other. Then you know what to work on. Next, we got the barbell lunge. Lunges in general are an amazing exercise. I even did a video talking about why lunges might even be better than squats, because just for athletic performance, most people are going to benefit more from lunges. I think the lunge is a great exercise. It burns, it hurts. Most people hate them. Same with like Bulgarian split squats. That could be also in this. They're painful exercises that just give a lot of benefit. Next is this janky looking, I don't even know how to like, I don't even know. I'm just going to put that into the F tier because I don't like how it looks. That looks painful. Next, we got seated curl. I think that's okay. I'll put it in the C tier. Like barbell, it's good that you're not going to be swaying, but that could put pressure on the lower back. Calf machine, great exercise. Seated calf raise, I want to put that in the A tier. Most people neglect their calves, and the seated one's going to hit a bit of a different area than a standing calf raise. So yeah, I don't know what this is. Is that just posing? Or if you're holding a dumbbell behind your head, again, shoulder bad position. I don't mean to critiquing this guy's form, but shoulder press machine. As I said, shoulder press machine is pretty decent. I want to put that in the A tier. It's better than just dumbbells, I think, because you can drop set it at the end of your workout. Shoulders should not be the main focus of your workout. You should probably be having that as like an accessory to your chest exercises. Barbell calf raise, I think that is. It's a good one. I want to put in the B tier. Skull crusher with a dumbbell. Another exercise that I just don't agree with. I'll put it right beside its best friend there. And I think that's the same thing. I don't think there's much benefit to doing it. There's better exercises out there. Now we got the leg press. I'm only putting this in the B tier because most people overuse this as their squat main, like a leg day main exercise. You should be doing squats if you can physically do them. Leg press is just an accessory to that. So I'm going to put in the B tier. Just most people brag about their leg press and then can't even squat 2 plates. So yeah, there's a pandemic of people not doing proper leg workouts. Not that I worry too much about what other people are doing for workouts. I just think there's better ways to be doing it. And getting into the very end of this here, we got the leg curl. I think the lying down leg curl is a little bit better than the seated leg curl. It's going to target all parts of the hamstring versus the seated, cutting off 3. You only get 3/4 of your legs, of your hamstring working. One of the heads doesn't work when you're in a seated position, so a lie down position gets it all. Finally, lat pull down. It's an okay exercise. I just think there's better exercise out there. But there it is. Bodybuilding exercises ranked on a tier list. Got a lot of them there. This is a long video, 16 minutes. Crazy. I hope you found this video useful. And if you did, please hit that like and subscribe button below. And I'll see you in the next video.